Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I wanted to talk about American politics. And I want to talk about Kamala Harris. So, where are we at with Kamala? I think there's two things that are happening. There's two things that are surprising. So one, and they are counteropposed. They are counteropposed. They are counteropposed. As soon as I say these two things, you're going to be like, "Well, which one is true?" And one of the things problems we're having right now in politics is it is incredibly complex to see what's actually happening. So there's two things that are happening. So one, I can tell you right now, no question, young women in America are excited for Kamala Harris. It's very true. Uh, I can say this from personal experience. So basically, I am seeing it happen. I'm seeing young women within the institutions that I'm connected to. Um, they are excited. They are excited to vote for Kamala Harris. That is surprising because um, I do think Biden set this up, right? Like he set the bar so low that you could be excited about Kamala Harris. Because what is the new bar for a political leader? Listen to a sentence, intellectually process it, and say a sentence back that's in context to the sentence you heard. Literally, coherence is a new bar of quality. Can speak is a new bar of quality. Like, we reached a point where President Biden was doing such a bad job, it no longer was a question of, oh, is he going to be able to do the job come January? People were like, wait a second. I just heard him speak in that debate. I'm not sure he's actually doing the job now. Are we still pretending he's a president, like that he's functioning and listening to sentences and then responding with sentences that were in context to what he heard? Are we all still playing this little puppet show, right? Like, and people were like, "This is bad." The president who is president right now, no one can actually believe that he's doing the job now because he can't speak sentences. So when your bar is so low, is literally coherence, right? Like, I can hear sentences and then respond with sentences that are in context to the sentences. Like, basic communication is the bar of quality. Then you can get excited about Kamala Harris. And like, I know that sounds harsh, but this is real. Like, this is not just somebody making something up, right? For years, people were like, "Well, Biden's terrible, but Kamala's worse. Like, her numbers are worse." Absolutely, no one is excited about her, right? Now, why is that? Well, the biggest thing is sincerity. Trump lies constantly, right? That's an issue. But Trump, but Kamala Harris has a sincerity issue. In the debate, she said about President Joseph Biden, she was like, "You kept me, you segregated me. You were responsible for my bus taking me to personally, you personally were responsible for disrupting my elementary education," right? And then a month later, she's like, "My good friend, President Joseph Biden." You're like, the one who segregated you? Like, that's a sincerity problem. So most people, the reason people couldn't get behind Kamala Harris is they didn't believe anything she said. They didn't believe she was outright lying and gaslighting. They believed she was 100% prototypical um, politician, like a lack of sincerity on every single word she said, right? Like, maybe that's true, maybe it's not. You're never gonna know if what she's saying is true, right? Whereas with it is genuinely different with President Donald Trump. He will just say a bald-faced lie right to your face. Like, if you're holding a blue folder, he's like, "Hey, I like your purple folder," like. And actually, he'd be like, "I like your red folder," right? Like, he would just bold-faced lie constantly, like, and he wouldn't even pretend to tell the truth at almost any point, right? So Kamala has a sincerity issue, and that's why people weren't getting excited for her. But this is changing. So young women across the country are legitimately getting excited to vote for Kamala Harris. And literally the word excitement is true, right? In that we've reached a point where the bar is so low, for the expectations are so low for an American politician, that literally basic communication seems like outlandish competence, right? And so it is happening. And I just wanted to, talk that through and then and give you a field report of what I'm seeing. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion and my field report from what I am seeing. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion. When you get in the comments and send your traffic, please consider like subscribing and have a fetch millennium.